down.
So a simple approach. Again, the shortest way from point A to point B is a straight line. We're hoping Coach Dale is able to find that and give his boys a chance at maybe even getting to Game 3. Right now, it's the draft. Game 2, it all starts now. Outplay on the red this time, so we're off to a great start.
Okay.
I'm colorblind, so I'm guessing that means they're second.
Yeah, it's on the right.
Second, as you second pick.
All right, gotcha,
Perfect.
gotcha. Burning Splash right now, betting out the Fanny as well as the Arlet as well as the Blue signifies to me that they want to make sure that Donut doesn't get targeted, as well as making sure that the EXP lane has a very good matchup. The Novaria banned out. I mean, I don't know, like it deserves to get banned out.
At this point in time, yeah, they
Yeah,
gotta
it
have to
deserves
do
to
it.
be banned out,
After what has happened, this single pick single-handedly tossed the OP's game out of control. So Novaria ban, I do like it. But now, Burnex Flash, they have a lot of options they gotta look out for. But Fredrin is probably one of the most safest blind picks that we can see. Jumping right in with some flexibility. EXP, jungle, what can possibly go wrong?
Maybe Kaj.
The Kaj is
Kaj,
pretty good as
pretty
well.
solid, I'd say.
You know, at this point, if they want to take the EVO away, it's pretty good as well.
That too.
Okay,
Just take it away.
Sika's already hot.
Right?
So right now, again, few seconds coming in, and they're gonna take the land slot. They're just like, you know what, Chama, you've been doing so good on the land slot. We're gonna give it to you. And now, I kind of feel like Boon on the Eve is still good.
Yes, they can do that. But what this first pick Lance does is salt in the wound. Best player 1 already reeling, not from just yesterday's results, but from game 1 here today. So by taking Lancelot first, they're saying, all right, Carlito, let's do it. What are you going to do now?
That's
pick
loco,
it.
man.
Pick it right here. Pick it right here. Oh, his performance so far is far from loco.
I mean,
Sadly.
yeah, best player, his best performance is with Lancelot, right? In NACT, 8 games, 7 wins. Other than that, he's gonna have to look at Ling or Martyrs when we are looking at some of the comforts that he could have picked.
Oh wow! Gonna keep it close to the chest. Gonna route the Fredrin, which I hope goes into the jungle, and then they go ahead and give Basic his favorite. There's a carry.
80% win rate.
Right now, I feel like OP, if they really want to go for a very simple direction, the next pickup is going to be a Franco. I kind of feel like the Franco on the Shark will be pretty good. Now, Burnex Flash, I want to see if they will respect that or not. Because at this point, OP, if they don't get a Franco, they can get a Kaja. If they don't get it, like either way, Shark has to pick up his hero next. That's what I'm thinking right now.
So Kaja or Franco.
Exactly.
Kaja
right
or
here.
Franco?
Personally for me.
For Shark. But for Burnex Flash, they can pick either. And still get out as the winner. And I wonder if Coach Dale sees this line.
It's a straight line for Burnex Flash. It's very simple to pick a Eve onto the Fredrin. So you can't go wrong anywhere there. So picking that up together with a Yuzhong, things are starting to look rough.
And with that being said, despite Basic's comfort here, Carry isn't doing well. He is going into a 2 out of 10 win rate on this carry. One of those losers is on him now, so it is difficult. I wonder if they go for the Kaja here, because Franco and Eve, not a great matchup. Maybe they get a Khadira here.
Honestly, look at the composition, Burnex Flash. After game number 1, game number 2 is going to be more impressive because a lot of dive here. And the thing is, the Eve is very good going up against the carry because you're very short range. You're going to have to enter the real world manipulation. The Valentina has been picked up here, which I think is a very solid pick. But at this point, if I'm Burnex Flash, I'm just taking away Shark's hero because respect to Ureshi, but at this point, I kind of don't care about him.
He's not doing much. He hasn't really shown much here on the stage of MSC. Going into the second phase, we're wondering where this Fredrin will go. And as you mentioned, Abstract, still a winning formula for best player. So I'm guessing, what does Coach Dale here? What does OP choke out? They go ahead and stop Donut hard in his tracks, taking away that Claude. What's the next? Taking away a Beatrix?
Beatrix probably with the Siege comp.
Honestly, like, yeah, betting out the Beatrix would be pretty solid as well. Other than that, I kind of feel like everything is kind of safe, even if they want to pick up the Leslie for Donut, because Leslie has been pretty good as well for him in particular. The Brody, honestly, he's spoiled with choice at this point. And Burnex Flash right now, I kind of feel like if you just want to be safe, the Lolita, the Kufra, the Kaja, the Franco, all of those are pretty safe to ban out. And here's the thing. Shark on a pick something like a Kadita, I'm not too sure about. Especially with this lineup, it's not even that tanky with just the Frederick.
Oh, but they're digging deep
Did he
into Shark's arsenal. Taking out the Kufra here, which stops the Lancelot pretty hard, and of course, just compromises Seacat's positioning as the Eve.
Right now, what else are they looking for? Because again, OP, I kind of feel like the safe one is just ban out the Beatrix, man. Because the Beatrix does so well in the later stages of the game.
Yep.
If at all possible, have a more shorter range kind of marksman that the Valentina can provide a lot of damage. Boon on this Valentina, I gotta say, is pretty good. But at this point, even taking away the real-world manipulation might not even be completely the best. We gotta look at what marksman Donut eventually takes, because here's the thing: when you steal away the real-world manipulation, you don't get the maximum stacks.
Yep.
So you're only like half effective.
It's not as real. It's not as lethal of a threat. And it looks like OP are looking to force Donut into that hero.
Yep.
His
Okay.
specialty, not as popular as you'd like to think, but yeah, he's one of the most well-known Leslies in the world right now.
Yep.
Even in KH, he's the only one who really does this.
When it comes down to the time, time in the Cambodia qualifiers, right? Leslie total played is 5 and won with 4 games. We do have a Brody that is similar. 5 games played, 4 games won.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Very
Fire.
interesting.
So they're making sure that, best player, you better play that Fredrin.
I mean, here's the thing, man. Looking at the finals, best player has been doing pretty well on those assassins. The Helker can be used here, so they're really leaving the option. If you do want an assassin still, it's just the Ling. I mean, the Ling, Amon, Gushin. If we really want to talk about it, Ling is more. It's more possible for the Ling. The Lolita getting picked up here, it's kind of good, but at this point, I kind of feel like it's just comfort.
Yep, it's a catch-all, but not a specific answer to anything happening quite yet. I wonder, what's up the sleeves of Coach Z Mitch here? What else do they need? They need a roamer, and they need
A
a
marksman.
gold lane. Yeah, what's going to the hands of Donut? I can fill that void.
It's probably Brody, Melissa.
We haven't seen any Brody. Maybe Melissa.
Yeah.
Honestly, even the Leslie is not bad here, because I don't see a lot of dive that can really catch
That's true.
the Leslie, unless they do go for an assassin jungle. Because again, we gotta think about this Hayabusa band. Why was the Hayabusa banned? Right? Maybe they want something very squishy in the backline.
So Leslie, looks like there it
Oh.
is.
Called it.
There we go. There we go. And a Franco on top of that as well.
Yep.
They do have pickoffs. They do have backlines as well. It's a
You know what?
very defensive comp.
Yep.
If you pick up the Ling to answer that Leslie, you're gonna have a tough time as well. The Franco is there.
Tell me. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So very good draft here, meaning to say you don't have a lot of ways to go to the backline. If you have one hero that can do that, you're gonna get shut down.
It's great coverage coming in
It's
from
an-
Burnex Flash.
All-encompassing kind of composition, right?
Yep,
They
it's
leave
not-
no stone unturned.
It's not completely poke, nor is it completely dive.
Nope.
They just know how to engage, and if they hook you from a random bush, you're dead. If you come into their box, you're dead. I wonder what's up the sleeves of Mr. Worldwide here. And why is Shark looking down? Oh no, that's because that's where Coach Dale is. All right. Coach Dale is between them, right there. See?
Ah, right. Yeah, there we go.
All right, so for this composition, I gotta say, for Outplay, pretty solid as well. They got the Lapu to go to the back line, but again, it's gonna be pretty dangerous. They're really gonna look at Basic as well as Hoon to do the majority of the damage, so they're gonna have a pretty good front line, but again, the Leslie kinda doesn't care. The Leslie likes it.
Even though, I'd like to say it's a 4-1. It's all on Basic right now.
I kinda agree, actually.
Right?
Yeah.
This is a utility Valentina I've ever seen one.
So pretty much what they have drafted is relatively kind of like a safe in most situations. They're looking for more of a
Hey,
matchup. I
straightforward
don't
way.
lose anything. Comfort as well.
Because again, like, the thing that we're talking about is minimize the potential of mistakes.
Yes.
This drop is fairly easy, but again, you gotta wait until your carry has 2 to 3 items to really do anything.
And that's even saying, that's assuming that the opponent will not do anything to stop that, right? So, despite this being as a straight line approach as it can be for Outplay, it's not like Burnex Flash is gonna sit down and take it. Let's go into game number 2. This is match point. Outplay might go home here if the hometown heroes go really fast. Look at how deep D7 is already.
D7 outright going into the faces of Outplay.
Here's the thing, all it really is just to let you know I'm not going to let you have a good time. Because, again, this is a mental sport, right? This is a game that they play with their heads. And if minute number 1, you're already, like, anxious about where they're going to be, your rotation, whether you realize it or not, is going to be just a little bit slower.
Oh, wait.
It doesn't seem like D7 will be able to stay alive for much longer, though. Shark is constantly tailing onto him, but that's not going to do anything, as, of course, D7 flickers himself out.
It looks like Shark may have had the bonk on cooldown, because that was almost a confirmed kill.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Almost.
Definitely. And here up top, Donut is basically, well,
I mean,
Donut is poking out.
Essentially.
Basically.
Essentially.
Thank you. I'm
Yes.
going to use that.
I got you. You're welcome. That's free for now. Going into the in-game items, I wonder how they started. Oh, look at Basic. Look at Basic. What's he rushing here?
I kind of feel like he wants the corrosion scythe as quickly as possible. So if someone tries to dive him, he can slow them down. So I think that's going to be the early item. But again, going up against Leslie, it's not a good idea for you to go steal Lake Place just because it's through damage.
Yeah.
So why even bother?
Oh, they catch him. Ah!
it's Zama trying to get himself away. He did manage to successfully do that. OP has constantly trying to find all of these moments. And as LaFell said, trying to make things simple. You catch one, you collapse.
Oh, we're 10 seconds away from this first turtle of the game, and it looks like Outplay is first on the scene. And look at this lane switch. They're trying to get CCAT to level 4 so that the turtle take is going to be more closer to 50-50.
ATM emerges out of the Black Dragon form and circles around on top of Best Player. Best Player takes the turtle for themselves as ATM runs away with all the showers built up on him. He's still doing a pretty good job in trying to hold everyone away
Whoa!
from CCAT, but that's not going to work too well. ATM finds himself down, D7 behind of CCAT, and now OP takes themselves 2 kills and a single turtle.
A free turtle plus 2 kills on the way out. OP have not been taken down just yet. They are currently on the board, but wait, is it basically forcing the issue here? Is he overstaying?
No, I think it's fine, honestly. I'm just surprised that Hoon was showing that he was the better Yuzong. That was actually quite the sight, but again, this does show Outplayed. Now they're doing a little bit well because, again, their composition, they're minimizing the mistakes, the potential mistakes coming up, and now Ureshi is being more aggressive against ATM, and you can even see that there's a difference in level here. It's not going to be much after ATM clears this lane, but again, this shows what happens when a team finally gets a role, when they know what they have to do with the heroes that they have.
Gentlemen, is just Signs of Life basically picked up his corrosion scythe, and for the first time in this series, OP are in the driver's seat. They're up by 1,000 gold 3 minutes in.
But the question is, how far and how long can they maintain this lead? What must they be doing here in order to keep this lead going or even grow it out?
That's right, we've seen teams get an early lead like this and flub it out in the mid-game. I'm hoping
Oh!
Outplay. No!
Oh!
It is catch a hook!
D7 immediately goes for the hook and will be able to bring Hoon down. They're going to be continuing this onslaught, and Burnex Flash continues to march on forward to ensure that the lane is all clear.
I would say that's pretty worth it still because, again, they got a lot out of that. D7 gets another hook, but it is against Shark. Shark will be fine. But again, this is one of those situations where anything can happen based on the roamers here. Donut so far doing quite well. He has a 1-kill lead against basically, and now the turtle has spawned.
Of course, the turtle gonna be under the taking of Best Player 1. He's constantly trying to be in the face of the turtle and trying to get every opportunity to get the turtle buff on himself, get the gold for his team as well. Basically can definitely come into the fight. As for now, the rest of the members from the side of OP just collapses onto themselves. ATM joins into the fray, goes over the backline, 3-man petrify. But unfortunately, he will be able to push basically away, but no one else comes in to follow up. ATM still dies in the midst of it all.
Deja vu, another 2 for none, plus a free turtle take. Thank you so much for hosting us here, says Outplay, as they go ahead and force it. Oh, grab that purple! Grab that purple!
Right now, Chama is not having a good game. ATM, honestly, it was a very good shot that he got 3, he got 4, but Chama doesn't want to go in. I don't know. We got to look at the itemization. What is he prioritizing right now? Why didn't he go for that kill? But again, it was amazing. Hoon and Shark on point. They actually staggered their skills together. The Aluminum Blast slowing the opponents down, and then Hoon dashes into a perfect situation where he can use the real manipulation. So there's absolutely nothing you can do but take the brunt of the Num Num Blast as well as the real world manipulation. Very, very beautiful engage.
It's very much of an AoE game for Outplay. They just want to dominate in these kind of this kind of team fights, and it's been showing it is working. But Next Flash, yes, they may be able to get a couple of these hooks in, but it doesn't seem like Next Flash have got that burst potential or follow-up that can really capitalize on these picks off.
And now we're seeing a weakness in that all-encompassing draft, the amazing coverage that Burnex Flash has. Yes, they can protect their cores. Yes, they can put up an amazing box. But when the opponents aren't biting, when they're not allowing that, what do they do? A hook!
Oh, a double RWM! And they're all just going to be working on his ATM, riding on to Hun. He's trying to zone everyone else away, but he's just going to be all alone. But he focuses onto Burnex Flash. ATM, he wants to get away, he can't do so, as now the Appraiser's Wrath launches down onto ATM. Burnex Flash, they want to come back onto this. They would want to take the middle lane for steel turrets.
Honestly, after all of that, and the only one that they really sacrificed was ATM, Rishi goes back in.
He's not done! He's not done! He goes in with a Mightiest Warrior, and he just wants to hold out to the front lines as a Terrifier lands on top of D7, and they continue to mow down the rest of this lawn and possibly get themselves a turtle soup.
Oh, very close!
There we go!
His retreat don't miss! Shima very low. This is how you do it! OP did slip up a little. I mean, it's less basically his fault, more D7 having hot hands. But I gotta say, what a recovery. 7 minutes in, 3K ahead. OP are buying time on the map. Not a single turret taken by Burnex Flash. But never ever count out the fact that a single hook into a bloody hunt could change things.
What happened during the break, man?
What did they do?
What did Coach Dali say?
They got some sting? I don't know.
They calmed their nerves.
That's a Burnex Flash thing down bottom.
ATM gonna go down by the hands of basically, as he's still gonna be relatively far away. RWM locks down on the basic, and the hook connects, and he's gonna go straight down as well. D7 forcing the issue, wanting to bring Breath Player down, but it doesn't seem like he will be able to do quite much. C-Cat continues onto the pursuit, wants to bring Shark down, and Shamar joins to the fray. Don't see Best Player just yet, but he's still gonna be around the area. Ureshi, likewise, is gonna do the same thing. I don't think that it's gonna be much of a value from Ureshi, as he's going to be fronting this fight all alone, as Dona holds it off. Mightiest Warriors not going to go anywhere.
By the hand of his old friend, Ureshi's taken down by Donut, who I didn't even notice was having an amazing early in the mid-game 4-1 on this Leslie.
No, honestly, we gotta look at how Burnex Flash is approaching the fights, but before that, Best Player
not looking good, as now the Star Rescue stacks up onto him. But Next Flash wants to mount a comeback, and they want to ensure that OP do not take the river line.
As I was saying, man, Burnex Flash, they're creating so much space. Look at ATM, 0, 4, and 3. Those 4 deaths, he's giving space.
The Bloody Hunt connects, and Shark finds himself in uncharted territory. And now RWM is just going to be popped right on top of Hun, and ATM continues with the Black Dragon form, albeit to not much value.
Let LaFell speak.
Dude, like, I've been interrupted so many times, but so far, the movements coming in from Burnex Flash, what they're really doing is making sure that ATM pushes Hoon away, because look at the items coming in from Burnex Flash. They do not have magic resist just yet. They're focusing on their own HP, they're focusing on damage, and this makes it so that Hoon does maximum damage at this point in the game.
Right.
So ATM, he's ready to die. All he got to make sure is that Hoon is not in the fray.
And now at this point, at this juncture, I wonder if it's still in OP's best interest to blitz this Lord, because they know that Burnex Flash is packing heat, specifically that Leslie, specifically Donut. And now look at the Iron Hulk, that's pretty high, 30%. And now look, they dive on one!
Ureshi stands down onto D7. The front lines of Burnex Flash is pretty much taken down already, as C-Cat is going to be in a good position, popping the RWN. Hoon escapes with a stolen Black Dragon form, and they are ready to re-emerge again when Burnex Flash does not have the Franco.
That's a DBDF, defensive Black Dragon form, and they re-engage once more, continuing that blitz. They see Donut. I wonder.
Oh, now they do.
Oh no.
Donut.
He's not doing anything yet.
He's still scouting. Okay, they don't know yet.
They don't. The animation shows, but they don't.
Yeah, right
It's
now,
a risky one.
Donut has to be very, very careful here. D7. Unfortunately, not getting anyone. Ureshi goes in. Dominant Blast as well.
And the Flickers lands on top of Shamar. More than enough time to drag enough time for Best Player to take down the Lord. As ATM and Shamar's both going to be taken down. 2-4-2 coming from both sides. Donut's going to be on the front line. If Flickers, if they're backwards, he's going to be safe for now. now, as these MSC Cat is just going to be making sure that they will be able to escort Donut away.
Oh, 3 left for side OP and side BXF, 2 for 2. Who won that trade, LaFell?
Dude, definitely Outplay, man, because here's the thing, you look at how much damage that Donut had to take. Even though we were talking about how Valentina essentially is kind of like a utility mid laner, but the thing is, I play Valentina, man, and the thing is, Valentina is one of those heroes you don't expect it, but deals quite a lot of damage, especially now that the Lightning Truncheon has been built up. Look at the Valentina. Already have the Clock of Destiny, the Lightning Truncheon. The Enchanted Talisman is just to make sure that she can spam her skills a lot. A lot of crowd control, but again, the damage is a lot. Donut does not have any defenses.
Something else to talk about. Look at Shark. He built a Twilight armor. He knows that the burst, he knows that ATM is out for blood. So even if he does meet the Black Dragon, he knows that he can just stand there and say, petrify me!
Dude, right now, OP, they're in a very, very, very good situation. It looks like the reverse. Vertex Flash, now they want to make sure that they get enough items to deal damage. But the thing is, Twilight Armor is the bane of a Leslie. They got to make sure that the Twilight Armor is down, then they can get the kill.
Outplay is currently having the winning position.
Whoa!
Ew! I almost cast a custom.
Matrix
just
moment.
so close.
Matrix moment for basically there.
But they are in a winning position, right?
I think at that point, he was reminded of his kindergarten days. His life flashed before his eyes.
There was this one embarrassing moment. Like, oh!
Basically was very close to getting caught there, but now, I don't know, Leo, OP is in a very good position.
Great position. The best we've seen them in every single series, I'd say, in MSC. 2.4k ahead, owning a majority of the map, not losing a single turret. So that speaks volumes of how well they've controlled this game. But, again, note, D7 has been hot on his hooks. Folks, 30% on an iron hook is very high. And there you go, another close goal. Luminum Blast set up.
No flicker coming in from him just yet. So Bunex Flash pretty much knows that OP does not have much of an initiation way, as ATM just gonna be diving right in. 3-man Petrify basically gets caught, and OP lost the win condition. But at least they still have Hoon. He's just gonna be wandering around the place. The front line coming from the side of OP is still gonna be holding out well, as best player finds himself taken down by the true damage from the side of Donut. They are all just gonna be running it down, as Rishi's not gonna be doing quite much. Shock joins in. Donut.
What?
So darn close! But Ureshi continues to fight as he doesn't stay alive for long enough. And Shaman goes in! He found Chump! And he still found on! He gets himself a triple kill!
Chima has put it on a show. Burn X Flash are feeling it. That's a wipeout for the hometown heroes as they convert straight into a Luminous Lord.
Dude, feel the crowd right now.
Long drawn out fight. And from that single fight, Bunex Flash gotten themselves the 2,000 gold advantage.
Right now, we gotta look at the replay, and this is the thing. Hoon should have been able to kill Donut, man. That one basic attack.
Yep.
He has one vampiric mullet, and that was enough. That was enough to get enough HP to survive the damage from Hoon. Hoon tried his best to run away. But again, you stole a Lancelot. All this is not going to beat out the Lancelot.
Okay, consider this. Even if Hoon did get Donut down, who could say that would have been very different? Because Chima was still there. Chima would have still just cleaned up house. And now, tables have turned. Now OP are on the defensive.
How the turns has tabled. That is a tough fight for Bunex Flash, just on purpose. As now the Luminous Lord marches right in as he fights for the team. The hook lands and the bloody hunt onto best player 1. The rest of the fight from Bunex Flash marches on and collapses themselves onto Hoon as well. 2 players down from the side of OP. Donut still hangs behind as ATM opens up the map, or rather opens it all to ensure that OP does not march in any closer to a 5-man stack of Bunex Flash. No creep so far. Ureshi holds it out. He still wants to bring the team onto a winning game, but he sacrifices himself. He's not able to do quite much right now. Basically, he's still going to be alive, but Shut doesn't have much hedge to work with. D7 left the hook. And that is how Burn X Flash turn it around with a reverse sweep.
Hear the crowd roar. as the Cambodian champions move on to the knockout stage of MSC 2023.
Well deserved, because again, look at how they play. They understand what they gotta do, and I gotta say, man, Donut, that was an amazing play. That was an amazing Leslie. He should have died at least 3 times.
What it comes down to is the fact that Burn X Flash have been a team for much, much longer than Outplay. Yes, say what you will about Outplay, having members from previously the Valley, previously BTK, and some MPL Philippines players, but no, Burn X Flash are the champions of MPL Cambodia. Let's throw it over the stage. Let's hear from Miki.
Okay, so some lane, hi Blacklist Flash. Okay, so the first question is to C-Cat. Tell us more about your MVP performance with Nova in Game 1. Happy performance ជាមួយនឹង Game 1 ការលេង Nova មួយបានអត់ ប្រាប់ពី Game 1 ដែលលេងជាមួយនឹង Nova ទទួលបាន MVP ជាមួយនឹងការ performance
សម្រាប់ហ្គេមហ្នឹងគឺហ្គេមយើងក្រគេយើងគ្រាន់តែបាញ់ឆែកមែនឲ្យគ្នាហើយលេងដកទៅអត់ជាធៀបបានហើយ
អូខេសុំសួរមួយមើល Nova បានប៉ុន្មានម៉ាច់ហី
20ម៉ាច់
What the Really Nova 20ម៉ាច់អ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាសុំសម្លេងហើយ Secret មួយមក Okay so Nova Secret just playing like 20 match only what Really It's really good. Okay, so the next question is to Chma. Okay, how do you feel to be able to defeat Outplay where 3 of the players eliminated your team last year in M4?
សម្រាប់ខ្ញុំអារម្មណ៍គឺវាអត់សូវ surprise ទេដែលលទ្ធផលហ្នឹងព្រោះលទ្ធផលហ្នឹងគឺខ្ញុំបានគិតទុកចាប់ពីវគ្គចែកពូលមកមែន
Wow! Just like he said that he is not surprised, right? Because he already predicted that he will be win in 2-0, right?
ហើយក៏អត់សូវ appreciate ដែរដោយសារតែ performance ខ្ញុំនឹងអត់សូវបានល្អហើយ and to OP said fly bro
Huh? Wait
សុខសប្បាយផ្លូវអាកាស
Oh, okay.
Hey, one more thing. Where's the camera?
Over there.
Hey Zan, if you're watching this, that's not good news for me that you wouldn't be here. But stay strong, and I hope that I can play against you again in the competition. And good luck, bro.
Wow. So he say that he's not he's not really happy because his performance in this game is not really good. But you guys think it's good, right? Yeah. So Chma again, which team would you rather not face to in the first round after knockout and why?
So ពួកយើងអាចមានឱកាសប៉ះច្រើនតែប៉ុន្តែធីមដែលខ្ញុំចង់ប៉ះគឺ
Not to face team ដែលអត់ចង់ប៉ះ
អត់ចង់ប៉ះ
Yeah.
អូនអត់ប៉ះមួយត្រូវអត់
Yeah.
So it would be Blacklist
អត់ចង់ប៉ះ Blacklist
ហ្នឹងហើយ
មិនចឹង
ដោយសារគាត់ជាក្រុមខ្លាំងមួយដែរ
Wow. So Blacklist don't want to face to Blacklist because Blacklist is too strong, right? Yes, of course.
គ្រាន់តែអត់ចង់ប៉ះទេតែបើប៉ះក៏អត់អីដែរ
Oh, it's spicy? No problem. Okay. So the next question is to Donut.
Hi.
Yeah. Hi. How are you?
Yeah.
What?
What's the question?
What?
What's the question?
What's the question? What's your
Yeah.
name?
Donut.
Donut. Oh. Just kidding. Okay, so the question is, how do you feel right now that you defeated your ex-teammate, Yurashi, and also Filipino, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's
So how do
my-
you feel? Any word to them?
What? You're
Really, Donut? Are you seriously?
Ano?
Do you have anything to say your old teammate, Yurashi, right? From
Yurashi.
Filipino.
Stay humble tsaka mag-ingat ka dyan. Like,
Wait. Again.
stay humble and always take care of yourself.
Oh! Okay, so the final word to your fan here in the hall and online. So អីទៅអឹមមានអីចង់និយាយទៅកាន់អ្នកដែលមកគ្រប់គ្រង Burn X Flash សម្រាប់ថ្ងៃហ្នឹងអត់
អរគុណអ្នកនរគ្នាដែលបានមកគ្រប់គ្រងពួកយើងហើយក៏សង្ឃឹមថាអ្នកនរគ្នានឹងបន្តគ្រប់គ្រងរហូតដល់ចាប់ MSC.
Okay, thank you everyone for supporting Burn X Flash and wish that you guys still supporting Burn X Flash until the end of the MSC. So this one last question អាហ្នឹងជា question របស់ខ្ញុំខ្លួនឯងមានអារម្មណ៍មិនដែរនៅពេលដែលម៉ាក់ប៉ាមក support ដល់កន្លែង
មានអារម្មណ៍សប្បាយ
សប្បាយមានអីចង់អរគុណទៅពួកគាត់អត់អ្នកមានគុណ
អរគុណគាត់ដែលផ្ដល់ឱកាសឲ្យខ្ញុំបានចូលមកលេង e-sport ហ្នឹង
Okay, thank you អរគុណអ្នកមេងដែលបាន support កូនដល់កន្លែង Okay, so now it's time to pass the floor to the caster. Thank you.
Some spicy words coming in from the victors of that series. Again, congratulations to Burn X Flash. And as they said, this is not for me. Have a safe flight to Outplay.
There's a lot, right? Safe flight to Outplay, Chama directly talking to Mo, but saying, wish they can fight each other again, even though he felt like it wasn't a great game for him personally. But again, I love that the team is full with confidence. They're like, yeah, we weren't worried. We're pretty sure it was going to be a 2-0 game.
I mean, after that performance from Chama, and he still said that he wasn't doing well.
Even Miki was like, what the? The Warriors 20 games only? What the?
All right, given what's happened here, we have to, again, send out our well wishes to the North American representative here in Team Outplay. But back to the amazing comeback that was mounted by Burn X Flash. They were losing a majority of this game, by the way. If y'all don't know, they were losing, 3 quarters? And then suddenly, the clapback.
I mean, they were ready to rumble as long as the opponents make the wrong mistake. Or rather, make some mistake.
Yeah, and that clapback, that turnaround came in the hands of D7, who, despite the difficult early to mid, still was landing amazing hooks. What was that? A couple of times that he caught basically, and that led to a kill.
That's the thing, man. Landing the hooks, great, amazing. But landing on basic, dude, I mean, like, out of 5 targets, 5 potential targets, you chose the right one.
I think that's what Abstract was talking about, the wrong mistake. Basically just put himself where D7 would just be right for the pick. It's like, oh, there he is.
The wrong mistake, man.
It worked out, I mean, right?
I mean, they're celebrating behind there, but now we got to look at the highlights of this game. We got to talk about how, honestly, in this game, Outplay had a very good game. They had a pretty good early to mid, but I think after this team fight, things turned around because look at his ATM is giving so much space. He's chasing after Hoon, only Hoon, and I'm pretty sure even he knows he's definitely gonna die.
Yep.
But it's all right as long as Donut has some space. It's all good, man. It's all good. He's done his job.
Another hook.
Yeah, that one is sick.
He went through 2 or 3 dudes that could have been hooked, and he still got the main man.
And I think that at this point in time, it is also another devastation. The main thing about D7 is that he doesn't tunnel vision. He knows what exactly is going to be his main game, and he knows what the win condition from the side of Outplay is. And once they find it, they are just going to smash it right in and collapse on the rest.
Oh, look at this. Is this
This
what I
one.
think it is?
I
Yeah,
think
this is the
part.
massive juggle. This is the amazing juggle from Burn X Flash.
I gotta say, man, I gotta feel like best player just now, he did not thought he would get kind of one shot. I mean, he was like at 60% HP-ish, and all of that just went away. The damage coming in from this Leslie is a lot, is amazing. And here, looking at this kind of situation, Hoon played the best game that he can. He was the main threat because no one was building magic resist, but after that fight, it's basically game over.
Talking about best player's life just vanishing before our eyes. There you go. Magic man. Now you see, now you don't.
This is just hard to accept, especially for Outplay players, right?
Yep.
They were dominating the entire match, and just
Dude.
from a single point in time, it's all gone.
I gotta say, man, Burn X Flash is looking so good right now. And I don't think it's just because they're going up against Outplay. I kind of feel like whoever they're facing up against is going to be a very, very good game. Right now, we're going to look at the items. And Donut only died twice in this game. In the early stages of the game, make sure that you have the Berserker Fury, you have the Blade of Despair. Not gonna lie, the extra Blade of Despair here is just because, you know what, I have enough damage.
Yeah, something tells me this was bought as they were starting the siege.
Yep.
Donut just got the call. It could have come from himself or somewhere in his team say, you know what, just build the second BOD, just go for it.
I mean, what could possibly go wrong, right? Just dump it all on damage.
I mean, here's the thing, right? I see some people online keep asking why they don't build the Malefic Roar on the Leslie. You don't. It's true damage. You don't need penetration.
You just need big numbers.
You just need big numbers. You don't need penetration. It's fully penetrated. So now we're going to look at the itemization here for Outplay. And this is not nice because basically, in terms of the items, nothing is wrong with it.
You mean essentially?
Essentially
or basically?
Essentially, nothing is wrong with it. The only thing is he always gets caught because...
All right, now basically.
Yeah, now basically.
Okay.
Oh, that's so confusing.
It is very confusing. But to round it up, basic, I think that would be simpler. Basic just being caught out. I don't think it's not necessarily his positioning was wrong or anything, but it's more the fact that D7 is just phenomenal, and the entirety of Burnex Flash just knows how to pilot and steer their own team in order to catch out onto basic.
And again, that is evident because of the fact that they've been a team for so long, right? For the better part of a year now, they only really adjusted for Donut. It was prior Hessa, right? It was Hessa who was once in that gold lane that won them last season's MPLKH, and now it's Donut, and it's working the same. It's working wonders.
Looking at the Guardian ATM taking 102,000 damage. And again, like I said, because Franco, you're a tank, but you're a backline kind of tank. You don't actually go in front unless you flicker in, you go in for that bloody hunt, but otherwise,